Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I'm here in the frozen Alaskan rainforest, and I've brought my hot tent because it's supposed to be a blizzard tonight. Woo! Oh, that's beautiful. My circle is too small. Oh, I had so much trouble getting this tent up. There's almost a 3-foot elevation difference from this side to this side. I had to do some funky stuff to get it to work. There you go, I got my sled secured so it won't blow away or get buried. This wood is covered in ice and is soaking wet. It's going to be really hard to light, so I'm splitting it in the hopes that it'll burn a little bit better. Just got to be real careful not drop it in the snow. Well, the fire's barely going and it's heating up quite nicely in here. Making my pants steam. That's why everyone calls me Hot Pants. Nobody calls me that. All this wood is wet and cold, so we're gonna put it around the stove to dry it out before we throw it in. I'm gonna string up a little clothesline to start drying my gloves out. I brought a little luxury item here. Laying in that snow was getting my legs so cold. This is nice. Oh. You can really feel the temperature difference out here. Melting snow is such a pain. It'll probably take me 45 minutes to get this snow melted and up to a boil. All right, we got the water boiling. It's time to make some food. Got some beef bouillon cubes, a little bit of salt. I got these little lamb T-bones here and they're already seasoned. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bone out and cut off the grizzle, put that in the pot first. I'm gonna have some herbal tea here. Oh, that herbal tea hits the spot. Sounds like the wind's starting to kick up a little bit. Occasionally snow's getting blown off the trees and landing on the tent. It's nice and cozy in here. I got my stew going. Got a bunch of peanuts. Food always cooks slowly on a hot tent stove, but I'm in no hurry. Well, the lamb fat is rendering up nicely, so I just added some sweet potatoes and some tomatoes to the stew. We're gonna add a couple bay leaves. I've got some nutmeg and fennel seed we're gonna put in there as well. Got a little white vinegar. All right, we're gonna let that simmer. I just got a weather alert on my phone. It's supposed to be a blizzard warning tonight. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a lot of snow. We're gonna go ahead and add the lamb meat at this point. Add some carrots and loads of onions. Spice things up with some jalapenos. Hey, does it smell like burning feathers in here? Yeah, it does. Reaching for a piece of wood and I brushed against the stove. Ugh. That's the big downside of these hot tents. You're in a very confined space with a very hot item. Stuff gets burned all the time. Soup's getting close to done, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. And I'm gonna throw in green onions. All right, just put a little cilantro and basil in there. A beautiful lamb stew. A little savory, a little sweet, a little bit spicy. It's good. Well, that was pretty good. That turned out really nice. Time for a little dessert. Oh, got a little cherry pie for dessert. Warm pie on a cold day. That was good. Gotta go do some dishes. All right, there we go. Dish is done. Now, I know a lot of you guys see this and wonder if that's going to attract animals. Animals are not a problem here. There's no animals in these woods. The reason why? The snow's too deep. This deep snow is hard to walk in. It buries all the food. Any animals that aren't hibernating, they're down in the valley, not up here in the mountains. I walked for almost an hour in this snow and never saw a single animal print. And that's why you don't have to worry about animals winter camping in this deep snow. Ugh, I am soaking wet. The inside of the tent is just wet with condensation. Every time I get up and move around, I brush up against the inside of the tent and it just gets me soaked. Splitting a bunch of kindling before I go to bed tonight, so if I wake up in the middle of the night and I need a fire, it's not a big ordeal to get some heat in the tent. Oh, my socks are so wet. I got loads of snow down my boots today. I'll hang my socks at the top of the tent and they'll dry out pretty quick. So I gotta make sure I don't roll up against the inside of the tent in the middle of the night. Otherwise my bag will get soaked. But if I roll over to the right too far, then I'll hit the stove and then I'll burn up. So, you know, I guess it just won't wiggle around much. All right, got my hot water bottle with 2 liters of boiling water. Well, it's toasty warm in this bag and I am tired, so I'm gonna hit the sack and we're gonna see what this blizzard brings because I can hear it snowing really hard right now. We'll see what we got in the morning. Good morning. I was woken up by big chunks of snow falling off the trees onto the tent. The wind's picked up a little bit, so it's happening a fair amount. But I think it's time to get up. Ah, there's some coals in there. Oh, there we go. I better go and put my sleeping bag away. I burned a hole in it last year. Don't want to do that again. Well, for breakfast, I'm gonna make biscuits and gravy. All right, got some hot oil. Got some pork sausage. Gonna add some cream. This little bottle of cream, 1,600 calories. That's why I don't eat biscuits and gravy every day. Putting in some black pepper and a pinch of salt. Now, unfortunately, I've messed up a little bit. I was supposed to bring some flour to thicken up the gravy. I forgot. I got some hot dog buns. I'm gonna try to tear them up into little bits and put them in the gravy to thicken it up. Sometimes you can use breadcrumb as a thickener. There you go, got it to thicken up a little bit. Not bad at all. All right, I got this bag of bread dough that I made up before coming out on this trip. This dough is super simple. It's just bread flour with a dash of yeast, and you add enough water that it's as wet as it can get without sticking to your fingers. Kind of mix it up enough so that there's no lumps, throw it in a bag, and then let it sit for a day, overnight, 2 days, you know, whatever you want. There we go. Flatbread and sausage gravy. That is some good stuff right there. Well, that is good. Now, obviously, homemade biscuits would be better, but this ain't bad for a guy who slept on the floor last night. Oh, that was good. That was a lot of food. Oh. Oh, every time that wind shakes, it dumps all the condensation down the back of my neck. Ooh, back in the tent, retreat. Oh, it's nasty out there. That wind's picking up. I think I better get packed up. Ah, my mittens are all dry. That's a nice treat. What a beautiful campsite. This right here is Prince William Sound, one of the most gorgeous parts of Alaska. And this forest here is actually rainforest. They get something like 200 inches of rain every year here. This is one of my favorite places in Alaska. But this storm is getting worse. I think I better get my snowshoes on and get out of here. There's a good 18 inches of snow on top of my old tracks from yesterday. It's like I never broke any trail. To the car. Hopefully I can get it out of the snowdrift. Well, there we go. That's not too buried. I can get that out. Whew. Oh my, it's a little bit windy out there. There we go, I can kind of see the road. Straighten the wheel, straighten the wheel. Let's get piggyback. Okay. The drifts are so bad, I've got to run out and scout ahead. I put the shovel in the snowdrift so I can know where to aim. Oh, that was some sketchy stuff. There was just the smallest window through that snowdrift. I had to go and run about 50 feet in front of the car and put my red shovel in the snow, and I'd use that as a target to aim for the path. And I'd get there and I'd run back and go another 50 feet. And if you got off 6 inches to either side, you were done. But by doing that, me and everybody that was behind me was able to get through the snowdrifts. All right guys, we made it to the tunnel. This is a 2.5 mile tunnel that's one lane. Each lane of traffic gets one opportunity per hour to go through the mountain. So we just barely made our tunnel. Oh. Hey, Jacob! Ah! Hopefully you guys enjoyed this adventure. If you guys want to see more videos from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe. We put out new videos every Saturday morning. I'll see you then. If you like this video, don't forget to check out the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. And don't forget to click subscribe so you can see other great videos every Saturday morning. And hit that bell button and you'll get notifications. Thanks for watching.